Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is clayrammage and we have another video today. Isn't that exciting? Hope you guys are excited. I'm excited about it. Oops, sorry about that. I just kicked the camera stand. It's real-time videos here, right? Anyway, it's a smaller haul today, a lot of smaller items, but some good stuff. I'm excited about what we found. And if you're new to our channel, welcome, and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you like the videos, and let's just get right into it. We'll just start with the big thing. One of the things that I found was embroidery floss. Lots of it. And what I do with this is I, pick it up every time I go. If I find some new in the package like these, I throw them into a lot and then sell them on eBay as a big lot. And again, I don't pay very much for them, probably $2-3 at the most for a large lot that I get that I sell. And I can usually get around $25-30 for a lot of 50 to 100 floss. So that was a really good find today. I just kept picking them up. They somehow got spread around multiple bins. And so as I went through each one, I just grabbed some more, threw them in there. And they're all brand new, basically. Some of them are a little coming apart, but they're all in good shape. So that was exciting. And I already have a bunch in my drawer, so I'll just add them all and get them listed and go from there. And then another thing I found was this. It's a hand-blown glass ashtray. You can see the pontil on the bottom yet. It's not been polished out or anything, and it still has some dried flowers in it. So somebody used it probably as a little decorative dish. But I think it was originally designed as an ashtray. You can tell it's probably from the 1960s, 70s, that wonderful orangey color, burnt orange. So yeah, I grabbed that just because it's a vintage thing. It'll be good down at the Pink Elephant, the antique booth. So that'll be fun. I picked up several things, speaking of the Pink Elephant, for display purposes. They had a number of these larger ones, which are good for bigger plates or boxes or something. So I picked those up, and this is another. I found two of these. These are bookends. They're cast iron, so they're very heavy. And unfortunately, I had to pay by the pound for these. In the past, depending upon the cashier, they've just charged me so much per piece, which is a lot better because I probably paid upwards of $10 for the two of these. But because they're dogs, they're got a sad look on his face. I thought they'll probably do really well. They're in great shape too, so that was good. Picked up a pair of mittens. We do backpacks that we put together for homeless people, and sometimes we put them together, sometimes we give them to other people to put together. So we collect the supplies when I see stuff that I think will work right. Grab them. I did find some more jewelry on this little bracelet with little colorful little beads on it. Some of the beads are missing, so this is going to one of my lots as far as jewelry lots, just for crafts or whatever. So this was kind of a fun find. Some of you guys know we're tennis fans in our family, and I found these vintage coasters, although they're pretty small coasters. So you couldn't get our good size coffee mug on there, just be the dainty coffee cups. But there's 6 of the rackets and then the holder, and so I just thought they were really cute, so I had to pick them up. They're made in Hong Kong. It's stamped on the bottom. I'm gonna put these together along with several other vintage tennis stuff and make a lot to try to sell them, because individually none of them sell for very much. But if I put them into a bigger lot, I think they'll do fairly well. Found this little vintage Christmas ornament. This is an Avon ornament, dated 1982. Just cute with the little mouse on there. Oh, where do I go next? Oh, I found an Odagiri vase. Odagiri is the manufacturer out of Japan. This one is pretty. It's white with silver and gold on it. I have a dark blue one with silver and gold flowers on it as well. And those will go down to the Pink Elephant. I found this little vintage box, and it's in great shape. And the reason I picked this up was, again, speaking of the Pink Elephant, that was kind of my theme today, is I can use this. I'll have it for sale, but also I'm going to use it as a help for the displays to raise things up on the shelves and make them a little more you know, dynamic in that there's different levels of stuff and not all piled on one shelf. So that'll be a good item there. I found this vintage tin. I have to try to get this masking tape off the top. And it's in the shape of like a powder box that you'd use in your bathroom. But it is a vintage tin. It is stamped on the bottom. It says designed by Daher, D-A-H-E-R, Long Island, New York, made in England. So it's a made in England tin. It's very cute. It's got an oriental, you know, design on it with the flowers and the tree branches. One little scratch there, but other than that, it's in really good shape. So yeah, that'll be a fun little piece. Oh, what's next? So much. I found a whole pack of vintage cards. Does that like scream the 1980s to early 90s? These are all smaller. Most of them are Christmas cards, smaller cards, but I just thought they were great. But then they're also in the same package, as I break things, were these boxes, which are dated 1987, and they're the multi-dimensional boxes. I just thought they were so cute, and the little sign on the front pops out when you unfold them, called Happy Holidays, Dutch American Import Company. Very cute. I just liked them. Oh, and I think it does an additional action too here. It's got a little pull tab. Or is that what you're supposed to pull to make it come out? I don't know, I can't get it to work. I'll have to look at that later, but fun little items. And let's see, that's all of those. I also found several boxes of this vintage Singer sewing machine accessories. Different things like the ruffler. Here's another look like ruffler. And let's see. Yeah, so there's just all sorts of different parts and pieces. I found 2 boxes of these. Actually, I found 3, but the other box was quite rusty, all the pieces in it. So I'm like, I am not dealing with cleaning up a bunch of rusty old sewing machine parts. So I left that one there. So yeah, another ruffler of a different sort. The tucker. So good many different pieces and parts. Now, I recently sold for my mom a Singer 66 sewing machine. That one of the things that we brought back from her house. And sold it to a lady who runs a nonprofit, and what they do is they teach young girls how to sew, but also how to fix the sewing machines. And particularly they focus on the older black Singer sewing machines like the 666, the 201, those types of models. So they're fairly simple, straightforward on how to do it. And I think I'm going to take these attachments and donate it to their program, because these would fit those machines really well. So, but yeah, so that was good. That was a good find, those attachments. I also found just a bottle stopper in amber. I'll put this down to the pink elephant. Again, I don't know if there's much market, but we'll see. There's a huge bag of collector spoons that were in the bins. So I sorted through the bag because I didn't want to pay for all these spoons, and collector spoons do not have much value unless there's something special. And so what I did was I sorted out and only kept the ones that were tarnished. So they're either silver plate or sterling silver, or with the exception of this Rolex one. This is a Rolex spoon, yes, made by the Rolex company, the watch people, but it also advertises their different towns. Like this one's for Lucerne in Switzerland, and they'll monogram them with different spoons depending upon what town you buy it in. Now I have 2 others of these, and they were not monogrammed, so they have no town on them, and those are for sale. But I got that one just because those Rolex ones are a little more collectible than most. But in this lot, and the reason I got the silver ones, or the tarnished ones that were either silver plate or silver, is that sometimes, let me rephrase they can be sterling. Like this one is marked sterling on the back, right along there. Others are marked, there's several of them. This one is marked 800, which is another type of silver. It's not sterling silver, it's not as pure. This one was marked 853. And this one I can't read because it's in that dimpled area, and the eyesight just isn't what it used to be. So there were several that are high quality silver, and several that are, I did it again, I hit the leg, that are silver plate. But again, I love silver, so I'll take the time to polish those up. And so I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 spoons. One of them I'm donating to a friend of ours because she used to live on the Freeport. Oops, it's Freeport, Bahamas. So she's gonna get that. And don't ask me why I got this. It was in a bag. I grabbed it, threw it in my cart, and I actually was going to look at it before I checked out, and I forgot because it got piled under all the embroidery thread. And it's just like a little glass window thing of some sort. It's just on a chain hanging. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it looks kind of like eyeballs, and same with the, especially on the round ones. I'm like, it's kind of, I like the coloring. I'll put it that way. All right. And then found a little plate. This actually looks like a saucer, so there could have been a cup that went with this plate. But it's a handmade pottery piece with a signature on the back. I haven't looked up this potter or anything, but I will. And then, as you guys know, lately I've been finding some jewelry in the bins. So I found a few little pieces of costume jewelry. Just a loose earring as I dig around on the bottom. Found these two. I need to test them, but I do think they're sterling silver earrings. I'll have to test the stone. I did get a stone tester and gold and silver testing equipment too. So I'll be able to test all these things for their purity. So then while I was waiting at one of the bins, because while they weren't at capacity today, people were taking their time. So I was waiting a long time at this one bin to get to, because they just brought out some new ones. And I saw this lady pull up a grocery bag, and it had this in it along with some other things. And I thought, oh, there's some jewelry, and she's going to grab it. So she opened it up and opened the bag up, pulled this out, opened it up, and then just dropped it all back in the bin and moved on to the next bin. So I thought, oh, here's my chance. So I ran over there and opened up the pink box, and there was a brand new watch. I was like, okay, so this is just a cheap made in China watch, right? But then when I opened it up, there was another watch underneath. Now what's my principle going through the bins? Always open up boxes and packages and look what's in there, because you never know what's hidden underneath. Because this particular watch is a Bulova watch, which is a much higher quality watch. The wristband is stamped made in Ireland, genuine leather, genuine. So yeah, so I'm anxious to look up this particular model to see what it's worth. But that was a good find. And then in the bins were several of these ring cases. And so when I opened them up, I just threw it all in my cart because I'm like, I'll look at it a little later. Found this was one of the rings. It's a pierced work on the side, and it is stamped 925, so it's sterling silver. It's probably an onyx stone in the middle, heart-shaped stone. So that was a great find right there. And the other box had this ring in it. Oops, there we go. And see that design? I found about a month ago at the bins 2 earrings that exactly match this. And my wife said she had a set of this when she was a young girl as well. So, and I believe that these are Southwest tourist type items that you buy from there. To me, it kind of has a Frank Lloyd Wright feel to it as well. But this one is not marked, but I am going to test it to see if it's sterling silver. But then inside this same box with this ring was this set of, earrings that just say Australian crystal. So, cute little pair. And then last but not least, in the same area that this bag was, I found this card, earring card, but it only had one puppy on it. It's a little puppy, if you can see. And now it says Silver Treasure, sterling silver on the card, but I didn't think this card went with this earring. In other words, the card's too big for the little earring. Usually they'd be the smaller size ones. From a manufacturer, they wouldn't want to do that typically. But then I was digging around in the bottom, and guess what? I found the other earring. So I found both of them, which was exciting. And then on the back, see if it will show up. On the back, though, it's not going to focus. It does say sterling on the back, or 925. 925. So, and it's got a mark on there. I haven't looked up the manufacturer's mark either, but so we found a pair of sterling, and because of the sparkles, these are high quality crystals in a sterling mount. So I'm wondering if these might not be like Swarovski crystals or some other type of high quality Austrian crystals. So yeah, so that was exciting. And that is pretty much what we found at the bins today. So again, a smaller haul. Still lots of items, but smaller items, which I need because I'm got way too much stuff. And that's what I'm working on. That's why I'm not doing many other videos like do-it-yourself videos or entertaining videos or anything like that, because I've got so much stuff I'm trying to get organized and packed, and I rented a storage unit to put stuff in and get it out of the house. That's another whole story. But anyway, I do have a couple more things to show you guys. These actually came from a garage sale over the weekend. These were in a free box. It's another nice little tin. This is made in Taiwan, so it's a vintage tin. It's got cute little lotus flowers on it. And then we also found this little butter dish. So it's got the handle, it's got the dish, and it's got the little candle warmer. So you put your butter in there, light the candle, melt your butter, then you take the brush and you brush it on your corn on the cob. And it's stamped, it's still got the sticker of Japan on it. And again, this was in the free box, and it looks like they must have used it once and then put it in the free box. So that's just a fun little vintage thing. I've never seen one quite like that one in the shape of corn. So we always look in the free boxes too when you go to garage sales. Don't pass up the free boxes because there's lots of good stuff in there. It's amazing what people throw in there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, for your support, and hope you're doing well, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.